everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're brand new, welcome. I'm super glad to have you here. My name is Jessica, also known as Chic Professor on Instagram, and today's video is going to be comparing the Miss Vara mini bag by Salvatore Ferragamo. It's also called the small Vara or the crossbody bag, but the Miss Vara mini bag with the Miss Vara wallet on a chain bag. So this one is also by Salvatore Ferragamo, and this one's a little bit different than these, but I figured that it might be helpful to see kind of what fits inside, the comparison of these two bags, and they are still both for sale, so if it's something that you're interested in, you just want a little, if you just want a little small bag, then one of these might be the right option for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's first get started with the measurements. So the mini bag is 7.5 inches long. They are the same length. This is also 7.5 inches long, so these are the same in terms of the length. Where they differ is in the height. This one is 5.5 inches tall. This is 4.5 inches tall. So you can see that inch different. And then they also differ in the depth. So this one at its widest point down here is 1.5 inches, and this at its widest point at the top is 1 inch. So this one is definitely a larger bag. This is a little bit more low profile of a bag in terms of measurements, and that also of course makes a difference to what fits inside of them. Before I get into exactly what fits inside, I do want to show you just around the bags a little bit. So this one closes by a magnetic closure, and it's a little bit difficult to open, but it's got the magnetic on the top as well as the magnet on the bottom. This one is quite similar, though it's actually just a snap closure. It's not a magnet. So you open it up via the snap, and it has a smaller snap on the top and bottom. Both have the same Vara. The bows are the same size, and the gold plate that the bow goes around are the same size and exactly the same. This one, however, has a leather bow. It matches the same sort of fabric content, which is sort of this metallic painted on leather kind of fabric, and then this one, the bow is actually like a cotton fabric as opposed to the leather of the bag, so it's slightly different. So this one is really just an empty pit. It has a little slip pocket in the back, and I have two of this bag. I adore this bag. I am probably going to, well, I know I'm going to be getting rid of the black because I really love the white and I don't need two of the same bag. But I have yet to find a small little crossbody. I have one in mind, but I have yet to actually purchase one that can really replace this very easily. So for now, I am keeping both. But I love that this is just kind of a bottomless pit. And I have a couple different videos on this which really show what fits inside. Compare it to the medium Ginny bag. And I have another one that's really just showing what fits inside and also comparing it with the quilted Miss Vara, which I also have still, though I will be selling the gray quilted Miss Vara. So I really like that this kind of just holds whatever it wants to inside and just has that slip pocket. This one, when you open it up, it has card slots on the top, so it has 7 card slots here. Then it also has a flap right here, which opens to another snap closure. And this one is kind of like the slip pocket. In the other one, you've really got this big open space, but it's nice and secure because you do have the snap. Behind that is also a nice size slip pocket that you can fit something in. So it's small and compact, but there's a lot of organization in here. So it really does work nicely as a wallet. And with this one, the clasps actually are like lobster claws, so you can undo them and take them off. It's a removable chain. The other one is sort of technically removable, but it doesn't have the lobster clasp, so it's a lot harder to remove. So this one is really easy if you actually want to carry it as a wallet. This is a great wallet inside here. It's got nice organization. I'm sorry, I also forgot to mention it has the cash slips right here, and this is where the code is in this bag. But this one would work actually really nicely as a wallet if you don't mind that it's got a bow on the front, which I know some people like their wallet, as I do, to be not really anything on the front of it so that it doesn't get caught on things if you're trying to put it in a smaller space. So you can easily remove the chain on this one. On this bag, the chain is slightly more difficult to remove. The way that the bag works is the chain just slips through this little hole. And while you could pull this out and turn it and remove it, it's very difficult to get it in and out, and so I really wouldn't suggest doing so. If you do want something that's going to easily transform to a clutch, the wallet on chain might be a better option, But you could also just do what I do often, which is just to tuck the chain inside, and then you can still carry it like a clutch, just with the little chain sort of showing. So that's an easy way to kind of get around that. If you did want to remove the chain, again, it is possible, but it is really difficult to do so, and it doesn't really want to do so. It's not really designed to do so like the wallet on a chain is. So I'll show you what fits inside this bag. I didn't actually really want a wallet on chain because I don't love to switch out my wallet. That's not something I do very often. I think if this was going to be your primary wallet and then sometimes you just wanted to put a chain on it and just carry that around, it would be absolutely perfect. That's just not usually the way that I live my life and the way that I tend to use my bags. However, I got a really great deal on this Pre-Loved, and I am excited to use it for weddings and things where I want something a little bit more casual than my Chanel Mini, or like it's bad weather or something and I don't feel comfortable taking that bag. This would be a great alternative. Or if I just have a lot of sort of wallet stuff I want to carry and I can't use my mini wallet. So I'm personally not going to put cards in here, but you could certainly put cards and cash and things. I just like to be able to switch my bags more easily, and so I'd like a wallet that I can kind of just throw around and carry. But I'll show you where like a card case would fit. So this is a Ferragamo card case, and I can easily put this behind. It really takes up the full room, though I can also fit my phone in there instead. So maybe I'd want to pretend to just put my phone in there so it's easy to just get it in and out, and then instead I would put my card case in this pocket right here. Now, that's pretty much the full width. I can't really fit a ton more than that, but I will go ahead and show you if I wanted to bring my keys. This is the Louis Vuitton key clay. If I put that in there, I can clasp it, but it really is quite full, and I'm not sure, actually it does stretch pretty well, so I can fit my keys, but it is kind of stretching out at the bottom a little bit. So I have my keys and a card case in there. Of course, most people probably would not bring a card case, so if I took the card case out, again, I could easily put my phone in this back section, and then I can have my key clay here. I can actually, no, it's too tall, it's a little too short to fit my key clay that direction. But let's say instead of this key clay, you had a Ferragamo key clay. We'll stay in the Ferragamo family. This one fits, but it takes up a lot more room. It's a lot bigger than the Louis Vuitton, which is why I bought that small key clay, but this one is really easy to fit. And the other thing I want to point out is that I actually can fit my wallet. So I have this sort of Tory Burch mini wallet. It's really easy to just throw around, and it's quite small. I actually have the Vara card case by Ferragamo I have in mind, but I don't like that it has the bow on the front. It's just a little too hard to put it into small spaces. So hoping they come out with one with a Gancini or something like that eventually. But if I wanted to throw this in here and I stuff it, I can put my wallet right in there, and then again I can clasp it. Or I could put my phone in there, or, you know, receipts or whatever I wanted, and I can fit the wallet in the back there, though it is really tight and it's difficult to clasp. It's easier if you put it in that front section. I clasped the chain in there. But again, most people probably wouldn't carry a wallet, but that is something to keep in mind just so you can sort of see the size of it. I wouldn't feel comfortable carrying sunglasses in here. I probably could fit them, but it makes me nervous that it would just like kind of collapse on them and ruin them, so I probably wouldn't do that. But if I just wanted to carry my keys and my phone, I could put my cards and my wallet sort of things in here. I can easily do that and add a lipstick in and carry that pretty much no problem. Whereas with the Miss Vara mini bag, which is a little bit harder, the magnet's a little bit stronger on this one, so it's a little bit harder to clasp in and out. But for this one, I can easily throw my sort of basics, which are my keys and my wallet, and then I've got plenty of room right there for a lip product. Absolutely no problem, clasps really easily. That definitely fits what I'd want, and I can put my phone in the back slip pocket if I wanted to do that as well. I also have some room on top for headphones or something like that if I'm interested in that. And with this one, it is tall enough to put my key clay sideways, so I can actually put these right next to each other and have lots of room for something else right here, whatever that might be. So this one definitely holds a little bit more, but if you're not planning on carrying a wallet because you're planning on using the slots in the wallet on a chain, well, that makes quite a big difference, and you could probably put your keys, your phone, a lipstick, anything else that I would normally put in this bag. So I technically could carry the same amount, but I can't carry the same amount if I use a wallet or a card case on their own. I have to actually use the slots and the different areas in the wallet on chain that are meant to carry that, and then I can carry almost the same amount, probably slightly less than I could in the mini bag. I hope that was helpful. Just a really quick review and comparison of these and show you what fits inside. If you have any questions about either, please let me know. I am happy to answer. They are both a crosshatch leather, though I would have to say if you wanted to buy this in a non-metallic color, it's probably a smarter decision. The leather on these is a little bit tougher. It does wrinkle just because of the shape of the bag a little bit and the strong magnet, but the leather is slightly more flexible, and on here there's a corner wear and sort of the edges don't do quite as well because it's kind of this painted metallic as opposed to sort of dyed leather, which tends to be a little better. So I would suggest getting a wallet on chain not in a metallic color, and then I think that the leather would be very similar to what you get in a Miss Vara mini bag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like or a thumbs up and subscribe to see future videos. Do let me know if you have any questions about these bags, and I hope to see you in a future video. Bye!